As requested by a commenter, in this video I am revisiting the 72 arts of the Shaolin and going through 5 more exercises and seeing if they can be effective. Before I begin, if you want to see the previous video, you can click the card above. And if you enjoy this type of content, make sure to like and subscribe. The first exercise is raising a pot. The idea is to put a pot and put a rope through the eyelets, and then tie the other end of the rope to a stick. Then, in a horse stance, you rotate the stick to wind up the cord, raising the pot, and then vice versa to lower it. You can add weight to the pot for a progressive overload, and this could be an effective way to train your grip. And there is a modern version of it called the wrist roller. The wrist roller seems to be an effective way to train your grip according to sites like fitnessvolt.com, stating it's beneficial for athletic and workout performance and a good way to stabilize the wrists. The second is the skill of sandbags. The idea is to put down 4 poles into the ground, and on top of these poles lay 4 beams. To these beams, you would add a small sandbag attached to a rope. From the image, it looks like 2 bags per beam. You would then start to strike the bag with one hand at first, and then eventually lead to 2 hands, then elbows, shoulders, headbutts, feet, etc. This device could actually have some real benefits. It could teach hand-to-eye coordination, increase visual spatial perception, which is the object's physical location and its physical location in relation to other objects, and improve your defense when hit by multiple attacks. A cheap way to start this process is to buy a headband ball, which is a headband with a foam ball attached to it via a rubbery string. When punched, it comes back at a similar speed, and if you intentionally or accidentally miss the next strike, it will hit you in the face. But if you react to it and dodge, it can help you with your defense. I actually think that this device mentioned in the manual would be even better, as for one, it's weighted in comparison to the foam ball, and there are multiple sandbags, so you would have to be ever vigilant not to get struck. The third skill is the swimming technique as specified by the commenter. This exercise is certainly possible due to its similarities with a lot of modern day swimming methods. But there's also points like water circulation, which is intaking water through the mouth and releasing it through the nose, and I do not see the point of doing this, as it seems like a waste of energy and just another thing to focus on while you're underwater. There isn't a point of practicing the swimming technique from the manual if you can just get a swim instructor, or at the very least someone that knows how to swim. As for the combative aspects, there are methods free to learn on the internet, like for example the ones used by Navy SEALs. The fourth is the yin fist method, a technique where you stand in front of a well and apply the force of the punches towards the center of the well, with the goal of being able to move the water with audible splashes at first. It does not specify if you must be touching the well, as the claim is that if you master this, you would be able to hit a man that is standing 3.3 meters away from you. While punching the air can help improve one's form and make the technique better, i.e. shadowboxing, I cannot see any way for the force to be transferred without touching it, and even if the well itself is getting hit, you would still not be able to use the same exercise to hit a person that is standing much farther away from you. The fifth is soft bones, a way to obtain flexibility in the waist and legs. The idea is to perform a kick with the supporting leg strained and filled with internal force, and the striking leg is straight and above the head. 200 kicks per leg, with 100 in the morning and 100 in the evening per leg. It claims that eventually you'll be able to hold your leg upwards and pinning it to your ribs, and you could do the splits if you practice enough. This is pretty reasonable and definitely possible, especially because in martial arts, training your legs is a very important factor, and with this specific training, it would also be best to reference gymnastic videos on proper stretching methods so you don't injure yourself. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and if so, make sure to like and subscribe.